In a small, close-knit colony, 4 best friends lived: Ethan, Olivia, Noah, and Grace. They shared everything: meals, laughter, and even dreams. They attended the same school where their teachers admired their hard work and strong bond, despite their families being poor. One day, Ethan's life took a devastating turn. His father fell seriously ill, diagnosed with a harmful disease that required expensive treatment. Ethan, being the eldest, felt helpless, as his family couldn't afford the costly medical bills. His friends noticed his distress, and without hesitation, vowed to help him. They discussed how to raise money, but all their ideas seemed small compared to the amount needed. Then one evening, Noah's grandfather told them an old story about a hidden treasure buried somewhere in the nearby forest. Many had tried to find it, but no one succeeded. "What if we find it? That treasure could pay for your dad's treatment," Noah suggested. The friends decided this was their chance. This treasure could save Ethan's father. Though it sounded impossible, the spark of hope was enough. The next morning, with an old map in hand, the 4 friends set out on a quest that would challenge not only their courage, but also their bond. The first challenge appeared sooner than they expected. A wide, fast-flowing river stood between them and the path shown on the map. The nearest bridge was miles away, and the water was too dangerous to swim across. "We have to turn back," Ethan said, defeated. But Olivia, always the problem solver, studied their surroundings. "We don't need to turn back, we need to think forward," she said. "Look at those fallen trees, we can build a raft." Together they gathered wood and vines, working as a team to construct a raft. Though none of them were experts, they trusted one another. Their raft floated, and after a tense journey across the river, they reached the other side, stronger and more united. Trust and innovation are the keys to overcoming obstacles. When you work together, challenges that seem impossible become manageable. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the map led them into a strange area where the trees seemed to shift and reflect like mirrors, confusing them. No matter which direction they went, they ended up back where they started. "This is hopeless," Noah said, frustration creeping into his voice. "We're lost." Grace, who often stayed quiet but always observed, realized something. This isn't just about directions, it's about knowing who we are and being honest with ourselves. Each friend began to reflect on their own fears and doubts, realizing that their personal insecurities were what held them back. Once they admitted their fears aloud, to themselves and to each other, the mirrors dissolved and the path reappeared. Self-reflection and honesty, especially with yourself, help you see the way forward. Acknowledging weaknesses can turn them into strengths. The group soon found themselves at the entrance of a dark cave. They had no choice but to go through it, as the map showed the treasure was on the other side. The deeper they went, the more they heard strange, frightening noises, claws scraping the walls, whispers echoing through the tunnels. Fear gripped them all. "We should leave," Ethan shouted, his voice shaking. "No," Grace said firmly. "Fear is just in our minds. If we let it control us, we'll never get through." They held hands, using their friendship to stay calm. Together they walked forward, ignoring the shadows that danced on the walls. Eventually, the cave opened up and the noises faded. They emerged, stronger and more courageous. Fear is natural, but overcoming it requires calmness, focus, and leaning on your friends for strength. The sky darkened as they reached the final leg of their journey. A storm rolled in, with heavy rain and strong winds whipping through the trees. Soaked and cold, the friends considered stopping, but Noah refused. "We didn't come this far just to give up now. We faced worse," he said. Through the storm they pressed on, encouraging each other. Each step felt harder than the last, but they kept their spirits high by cracking jokes and lifting each other's mood. When the storm finally passed, the treasure's location was close. Endurance and a positive attitude are essential during life's toughest storms. With the support of friends, even the darkest days can be endured. At last, they reached a hidden door deep in a forest clearing. The door led them into a mystical underground chamber, where a giant chest sat gleaming in the center. But as they approached, a figure materialized, an ancient genie, guarding the treasure. The genie's voice rumbled through the chamber. "You seek the treasure, but to claim it, you must answer my questions. Answer wisely, for they reveal the true meaning of life." The friends stood frozen, but then nodded in unison, ready to face the final test. The genie asked the first question. What is the most powerful force in the world? Olivia spoke first. Love and friendship. They can move mountains and change lives. That's the real power. The genie smiled and asked the second question. What is the greatest wealth one can possess? Ethan answered, it's not money or riches, it's the people who stand by you. The ones who help you when you need it most. The genie's eyes glowed as he asked the final question. What is the greatest journey one can take? Noah thought carefully before answering. The journey of understanding yourself. Knowing who you are, what you value, and having the courage to stay true to yourself. The genie nodded, satisfied. You have answered wisely. The treasure is yours, not because of what's inside that chest, but because of the wisdom you've gained on your journey. With a wave of his hand, the genie vanished, leaving the treasure in their hands. Inside the chest, they found ancient gold coins, jewels, and riches beyond their wildest dreams. But the friends understood that the real treasure wasn't the gold. It was the lessons they had learned and the bond that had grown even stronger. With the treasure, they were able to pay for Ethan's father's treatment, and he recovered fully. Their family's financial worries disappeared, but the friends stayed humble, knowing that true wealth came from their friendship, trust, and shared experiences. Their adventure became a legend in Brooksville, inspiring others to value friendship, honesty, and courage. As they grew older, they never forgot the lessons they had learned, that true bonds make life's hardest journeys easier and more joyful. Lesson for the young generation. Through life's challenges, friendship, trust, and perseverance are the most valuable treasures. Life's greatest rewards aren't always material. They're found in the connections we build and the wisdom we gain from the experiences we share. This adventure is a reminder of how important friends are. Share this with your best friends to show them that they're the true treasures in your life. Subscribe and follow us for more stories that empower you to embrace your true potential.